RFM News for our sponsor, Cartier Jewellery, Toronto Town Square and the Esplanade, Warners Bay.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jacinta Lee with 2NURFM Hunter News. A mother accused of poisoning her 9-year-old daughter with urine injections appeared before Cessnock local court today. The mother was charged with using poison to endanger her daughter's life and inflicting grievous bodily harm. Newcastle's Child Abuse Squad began investigating in March this year after the girl was admitted to hospital with life-threatening renal failure. An apprehended violence order has been taken out on behalf of the child and court has adjourned until October 14. A mother kangaroo has been shot with a sports arrow on Morisset Hospital grounds. It later died after being euthanised by RSPCA rangers. The event, similar to another attack in Muswellbrook earlier this month, is currently being investigated by RSPCA officers. The mother's joeys are now being cared for by trained members of Hunter Wildlife Rescue. AGL Macquarie is suffering a $15,000 setback over a recent ammonia spill at the Bayswater Power Station near Muswellbrook. The company reported leakage during the recertification of a bulk ammonia tank and have come under fire for lack of effective environmental containment. EPA manager for the Hunter, Adam Gilligan, says the company broke with its environment protection licence conditions.
So there's some work occurring on a ammonia tank on site, and during that work spills occurred, and unfortunately there weren't adequate measures in place to prevent that spill moving off-site into the creek, and that resulted in a breach of the pH limit for the site in that area.
The Transport Workers Union is looking to start an investigation into Sandgate-based freight company Crawford's Freight Lines following the death of 2 co-workers in recent months. The company has had a checkered past with the discovery of more than 10,000 tonnes of ammonium nitrate stockpiled on its premises without proper approval in 2012. Newcastle Union Secretary Mick Forbes says WorkCover are also looking into Crawford's Freight Lines.
But no one should have to go to work and have the fear of being injured or, in fact, worse, being killed at any workplace anywhere in Australia. So that's what the Transport Workers Union is about, and WorkCover have recognised that there are areas that definitely need to be improved.
The Hunter's main coal hauler, Pacific National, will soon be based in Canada, as Brookfield Infrastructure Group takes over its parent company, Asciano. Brookfield expressed interest in Asciano in July, sending its share prices from $6.50 to $8, and a $12 billion buyout means the company will be coming under new management. Pacific National is responsible for 70% of Newcastle-bound coal trains. The sale of a number of Hunter properties has seen the state government pocket over $30 million in the past 4 years. Notable sales included the Glass House on Wharf Road, which sold for $14.9 million, and 117 Bull Street, which went for $13.8 million. The New South Wales government was only able to buy 1 Hunter property in the same period. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says she will approach the government questioning if privatisation will be viable further down the track.
My plan of action is I'll be writing a question about this to the state government next week in Parliament, which they're obliged to answer within a month, asking what the benefits are for Wallsend for this closure and whether this is a logical step to take to privatise assets that make a profit, and whether that's a logical avenue to take for the long-term benefit of the people in the Hunter and Wallsend.
Clean-up crews and community members have worked together to remove up to 14 tonnes of waste from Mile Creek in Dungog following the April storms. 6 vehicles and hazardous oils were moved to the waste facility and landfilled. Council is assuring residents the asbestos was safe and not the dangerous friable form. In finance, the All Ords is up 38 points at 53.47, and $1 Australian is buying 73.21 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
Newcastle Knights interim coach Danny Badiris is confident his players will be in the right headspace when the team travels to Amy Park to take on the Melbourne Storm next Monday night. The fixture marks the first time the Red and Blue have played in Melbourne since the tragic Alex McKinnon incident, which ended the promising forward's career. Prop Sam Mataora is set to be overlooked for the clash, despite being judged player's player in the Knights' victory over the Tigers last weekend. Edgeworth coach Damien Zane says he's confident his team will be able to cover for the loss of suspended defender Pat Wheeler in this weekend's Northern New South Wales National Premier League semi-final against Broadmeadow. Wheeler picked up his 5th yellow card of the season in the team's 3-1 win over Western on the weekend. And finally, all eyes will be on Newcastle Jets recruit Andy Brennan, who is set to make his debut tonight against Victorian Premier League side Bentley Greens at Kingston Heath. That's sport. I'm Reece Wicks.
2NURFM news time is 2:05.